Friday night at Longhorn Stadium, Payson entertained the Florence Gophers in an out-of-region 3A matchup. If you're having trouble with Gophers, trap them. And that's exactly what the Longhorns did last night. And if there was any doubt about the Longhorns' passing game, it was gone after their first play from scrimmage. Quarterback Ridge Hallinar threw the ball to Tyler Savage, and he took it the rest of the way for a 53-yard touchdown. Horns up 7-0. And as Gophers do, they kept digging themselves into holes, with a lot of help from the Longhorns' stifling defense. And this led to another Payson touchdown as Nick Goodman took the ball 10 yards for the score, and Payson was up 14-0 with 2:59 left in the first quarter. A two-play, 17-yard drive. No matter what they tried, the Gophers were harassed and hurried all night by the Payson defenders. Near the end of the first quarter, Payson got the ball back, and Nick Alexander picked up 20. Then Hallinar hit Troy Brown for another 20. And then 1:48 into the second quarter, Troy Brown got wide open, and Ridge Hallinar hit him in the end zone. A 5-play, 55-yard drive. Payson was up 21-0. And it wasn't just one guy on defense. The whole team was flying around, pounding the Gophers as they tried to run up the middle, making them pay the price when completing short passes.
Handoff right up the reverse the other way to Anderson.
The next drive started with a 14-yard completion to Shane Keith. Then an 8-yard pickup by Nick Alexander. And then watch as Ridge avoids the sack, steps up, and fires the ball to Tyler Savage, who makes the acrobatic catch and goes in for the fourth Payson TD. A 4-play, 67-yard drive. The Gophers managed to put 7 points on the board at the end of the half, but the Payson boys came out in the second half ready to have some more fun. The fifth Payson TD came when the offensive line opened up a big hole for Nick Alexander. And as we have seen, he knows exactly what to do with that. Josh Fruin's PAT was good, and the Horns had a 35-7 lead over the Gophers. The Payson Longhorns continued their relentless coverage on special teams, pass plays, running plays, and then the offense came back each time with a balanced, efficient attack, combining great blocking and great running. They just plain wore Florence out. And when Nick Alexander got his hands on the ball again, he completed another great night with a 30-yard TD run, his second TD of the night. He carried 10 times for 141 yards. It was a great night again for the Payson Longhorns as they crushed the Florence Gophers 48-7.
Offensively, defensively, it just seemed like we could do whatever we want all night. I'll tell you, I was pleasantly disappointed in Florence. I don't think they came ready to play, and I told the boys before the game, if they don't want to raise their style of play to our level, we're not coming down to theirs, and they're going to have a long, hard night, and it happened. We wanted to send a message letting people know we can throw the ball, and we did a good job. I mean, first play of the game, took it to the house. Tyler adjusted his route, Ridge knew it, put a nice pass on the money, and Tyler did the rest. I mean, it was a good statement, obviously.
We worked on more passing a lot more this week. Went to the short game a little, and then just right plays at the right time, I guess.
The kids did a good job executing. You know, we worked on throwing the ball a lot this week, and we knew there were some things we could do, and the kids just did a super job. They're playing hard.
You know, and then the rest of the game, the same thing. We got good pass protection, Ridge got good reads, we ran sharp routes, connected, and it was just completely the opposite of the game before, obviously, but, you know, we can throw the ball really well, and we can run the ball really well. There's just nothing flamboyant about what we do, and it's just, if you can stop it, we'll keep coming, because you're not going to stop it all night.
They were good. I think they were a lot better than Winslow and probably Fountain Hills too. We just played a lot better than we did in the first two games.
Our defense was smothering, you know, and the week before Dave Carlin had a big game, and this week they were keying on him as well they should have. But that's just a tribute to the rest of our players. We got a lot of guys that can get the job done, and I'm very proud of them. They were just all over the place making big plays. If we score 14 points, I feel like we're going to win a game because our defense is just so talented and mean. You know, they fly around the field and they just love to make plays. They love defense, and they want to make tackles, they want to get big hits, and it's easy to see they all want to be a part of it. At every tackle, it seems like we have 4 or 5 purple shirts there every time. Our safeties are coming up and making hits at the line of scrimmage. Ridge Hallinar and Shane Keith have done an outstanding job of that. Our corners make open field tackles like nobody I've seen. It's just fun to watch. Reports came back that Zach has a broken tibia. We'll find out if he's out for the season, if he's out for a couple weeks. You know, it just depends on what the doctors think. Maybe we can get him back, hopefully. I mean, he contributes big to our whole scheme of things. He's on a lot of special teams. He helps out with linebackers, the D-line, and he's a starting offensive lineman where we don't have a whole lot of depth. So certainly hope for good things. Don't want anybody getting hurt, but you know, we'd love to get him back if we can. Troy is a senior, and I tell you what, he put a lot of time in the offseason to make himself a better athlete. I'm very proud of him. He didn't get a lot of playing time on the varsity level last year, and you know, it was one of those kind of kids where we were like, well, you know, I mean, Troy Brown, he's an athlete, he can do things, you know, what's going to happen? What's he going to do for himself? Well, he proved it in the offseason. He was at everything. He lifted hard, he worked hard, he came to all the camps, did all the things right to make himself a better athlete. You know, we're very proud and very pleased with what Troy Brown has done. I mean, we have had no respect outside of Payson. I think the kids would rather it be that way. You know I would, because Chino Valley, for example, we play them next. They're rated higher than us before the season started. They're undefeated. They're playing well, and we're playing them at home. We're not going to be picked to beat them. It will be nice and big, because to me this is a personal game in Chino Valley, and I think it's going to be rowdy over there. They're going to try and pack the stands because of the situation. It would be nice, and it would be a lovely, lovely thing to have a full Payson crowd over there in Chino to match the crowd noise and the intensity, because I know the boys are going to play up-tempo football, and it'd be nice to get a home crowd over in Chino Valley.